How old were you when
Oh mate,
when it was 54 and then now 55?
14. The way that the club rallied round Kamara,
Yeah.
the way that his fellow teammates rallied round him in the full of Scottish football and the wider footballing community as well, potentially has made us stronger as a unit.
You said you were bad at quizzes, this is insane.
The Rangers quizzes, I think I'm coming up good here.
Hello guys and welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm back outside of Ibrox for yet another video. Today I'm having a special guest on the channel, someone who's been on the channel before for a round of foot golf, and yes, it is of course Sharpdiv, Scottish football YouTube royalty and huge Rangers fan. I'm going to be chatting to him about the season, what it means to be champions and more Rangers related stuff. But before we get into that, please do remember to hit that like button, drop me a comment if you're a Rangers fan, what are your favourite Rangers moments from this season, and subscribe if you're new. Look how close we are to 20,000 subscribers. Help me get there as quick as I can by hitting that little red button. Thank you very much. And look on screen just now, Rangers fans, drink it in. Look at that, you're top of the table, 20 odd points clear, and yeah, you're going to want to remember this for a long time. So do go down to the first link in the description box, download OneFootball and screenshot the league table so that you can forever have that picture of Rangers as champions forever. And look, OneFootball's a great app. It is completely free, and by downloading it from that link, you're supporting my channel. You can get stats about any Rangers player, about any Rangers match. You can go back and look at their form. You can look at how many goals Tav scored. You can look at how many blocks Rangers have made this season, clearances, interceptions, all that kind of good stuff. So yes, first link in the description box. It's completely free, it supports my channel, and you get all the Rangers news on there. Star them, get notified and when anything happens with them. Download it, first link below. Thank you very much. So Sharpdiv, back on the Footy Adventures YouTube channel. Not seen you since September. I think we went and played foot golf. It's been a while. What's been happening with you lately? Obviously you've had a child in lockdown.
Well, I tried to convince the missus to let me put his middle name as the last Rangers goal scorer.
Yeah.
So his middle name would have been Goldson, but she wasn't for having it, to be honest. But it's obviously lockdown's been a nightmare. Obviously, Rangers won the league. They've been in the Europa League and such. So it'd have been great to get along to those games, but it wasn't to be. Hopefully, I was just saying to you there, I've got the countdown for the title day. That's in 46 days. So hopefully by that point, it's a wee bit more relaxed and we're able to enjoy ourselves basically. And even just get back to normal life as well.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, and you were talking about enjoying yourself and the countdown for the title and stuff like that. You can see like a little sneak peek of the pitch in there. Only just, what was your last match that you went to at Ibrox? Do you even remember how long ago it was and who were you playing? I
think that the last game that a lot of Rangers fans would have been at would have been the Bayer Leverkusen game. But I wasn't able to make it along to that game. So my last game was Hamilton. Oof. So Hamilton at home.
Not a glamorous tie.
No, and we also get beat, Sam. So
right.
That was when we were in a downfall at that point. So wasn't really happy memories, to be honest with you. And then obviously the Bayer Leverkusen game, we get beat 2-1, I believe. Big Edmondson scored, so that'd have been the last game for a lot of Rangers fans. But for me, it's big Davy Moyle for Hamilton, just piling it in against us and just giving me some misery. But thankfully since then it's been a lot better. So.
Oh, happy days. Right, just coming round to the front of Ibrox. You've not seen the 55 yet?
No mate, not seen it yet. No, so
excited to see it. It's been 10 long years. How old were you when
oh mate,
when it was 54 and then like now 55?
14.
14.
13 or 14 I was, yeah.
Look at that, the Scottish Cups haven't changed. Thoughts on that? Do you reckon 33 is going to
hopefully, mate,
change anytime soon?
Yeah, we'll
get a double.
Rangers in the Scottish Cup.
Yeah.
It's all kind of been crammed in. It gives us something to look forward to, so hopefully.
Especially with the league wrapped up.
That's it.
There you go, look at that. Finally up there, finally changed. How does it make you feel seeing 55?
Brilliant, man. It's been a long journey.
And what was the moment for you this season where you were like, right, we're going to win it now? Obviously you had a good start, and we spoke in September during foot golf about who's going to win it, and it was before the first Old Firm. What was then the moment that, like, you know, you were like, that we're going to win it?
Obviously the writing was on the wall, I think, for a long time. Because of Celtic's form as well, and the fact that Rangers were just relentless. They weren't conceding goals. I mean, you're not conceding goals, you're not going to drop points. But I think I said get into January after the Old Firm, if we can go unbeaten within this, fancy us for the league, and we did. And Celtic dropped more points because obviously they went to Dubai, they lost all their players and stuff. They came back, they drew 3 games in a row.
Yeah, was it Hibs their first game back after their trip to Dubai? Yeah. They had about 13 players missing or something, which obviously didn't help. And
they
then
played some youth players in that.
That seemed like a crucial moment in the season, didn't it?
I still think Rangers were huge favourites, but it was just one of those ones, like, to concretely cement it in my mind.
Yeah.
It was Rangers to go unbeaten in January, even just to go unbeaten, even if Celtic won all their games. But Celtic drew 3 games, Rangers won I think 3 out of 4, drew with Motherwell. So yeah, I think it was about that point, mate.
And what are the rumours kind of for next season in terms of signings and like trying to retain the title? Stevie's obviously going to stay for another couple of years, let's hope, and there's been talk about him going to Liverpool. What are your thoughts on next season? Can they retain it and be just as strong as this season?
So. I mean, when you look over the road, it looks like there's a huge rebuild going on. New manager, new captain, new CEO. Like, probably our star man's going to leave as well. So you would think Rangers can add a couple quality players to the side, to the squad, and they can build on it and hopefully go on next year to win it. But I guess time will tell. And in terms of like rumours for players, I've not seen much. But maybe if they can add like another quality cam or something like that. Or,
I was going to ask, what positions would you want filled and who would be like your ideal signing?
I don't know, like see the boy Stanku that played for Slavia Prague the other week there?
Yeah.
He was unbelievable.
He's a good player, wasn't he? Of 2 legs,
He starts for Romania. Yanis Hadji just scored there in the international break and got a start the following game, so hopefully he can start starting. But obviously this Stanku guy's probably even ahead of him. He's 27.
And he can recommend, Hadji can get in his ear and recommend him to come down. And
he looked brilliant, to be fair, and over the 2 legs. The free kick that he scored against Alan McGregor was sensational, the one that obviously put us out of the Europa League. So even a player like him, a guy who's good on the ball and stuff like that, but can score goals and has that wee bit of magic in the final third. We have different players that can do that, but like Scotty Arfield and stuff's been injured, so I don't know, Stanku, something like that.
Nice.
I've also seen Jermaine Defoe wants to stay for another year. I don't know what's going to happen there, even if he goes into maybe a coaching role or something like that, that could be interesting. So we're now next to the statue of John Gregg, the only man to have lifted a UEFA trophy for the club. How do you think the European campaign went this year for Rangers and last year? You know, you've had 2 good years in the Europa League. What have been your thoughts? I think that's what I was saying to you in the way around there, to be fair. Like, since Rangers have come back into the division, well, under Steven Gerrard, I think they've been brilliant in Europe. They've progressed year on year. Yes, they went out at the same round this season, but what I was saying is, I think potentially having won the league and stuff like that, that may have played a small factor in the lacklustre performances. Not saying that Slavia didn't deserve it, but you would fancy your chances against a Slavia when you put in better performances against Benfica and such. So overall, I'd say this year the European campaign's been really good. It's still a good achievement getting to the last 16. You know?
Definitely, yeah, and it's improved the Scottish coefficient in Europe as well, which is positive. But going out of the Europa League in the fashion you did, it kind of seemed like, even though it was in defeat, with what happened to Kamara and stuff, it seemed like Rangers came out of it seeming like a lot stronger in that defeat in a weird way. Like, obviously that was an awful moment to him.
I mean, the way that the club rallied round Kamara, the way that his fellow teammates rallied round him in the full of Scottish football and the wider footballing community as well, potentially has made us stronger as a unit. But it totally made it like so great. It was basically Slavia's good performances over the 2 legs, that incident, and I felt sick for near on 2 days, and seeing Goldson coming out and doing his interview, like his press conference.
Stevie G as well.
It was heartbreaking, and then Glenn Kamara releasing statements and letting us all know exactly what happened there. And it opens your eyes, you know?
Yeah. So yes, like we say, Rangers have now improved the coefficient for Scottish clubs in Europe. So that means that whoever wins the league next season may be in the Champions League group stages the following season, is that right?
Yeah, you go straight into the group stages.
So big campaign on next season, try and retain the title.
Absolutely huge, absolutely huge, financially as well.
Who did Rangers share their first ever title with back in the 1890s?
Oh, I'm thinking either Queen's Park or Dumbarton. go with Dumbarton.
It is Dumbarton,
Right.
yes, correct. 1 out of 1 so far.
Tremendous, 100%.
Here we go.
Undefeated.
We've spoken about the Europa League. So Rangers got to the UEFA Cup final in 2008.
Yep.
Name one of the teams they knocked out in the knockout rounds.
Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting Lisbon, yeah. Can you name any others? I did say one, but I got the rest.
Werder Bremen,
Oh, yeah.
Panathinaikos, Fiorentina.
Fuck, he smashed it. That's all 4.
Aye.
That's all.
I was
So you
at
went out of
them.
the.
I was at all the games.
There
so.
you go. Easy ones.
And
easy
the
ones.
final.
Well, you ready?
Aye.
Shame about the result.
Luckily.
Big Dick advocate.
Aye, it was 2-0. Fernando Rickson as well played
Yeah.
for Zenit.
Oh
So,
yeah, true.
aye.
Next question: how many trebles, so leagues, Scottish Cups, and League Cups, have Rangers won?
I believe it's 7.
It is 7.
Yeah.
You said you were bad at quizzes. This is insane.
The Rangers quizzes, I think I'm coming up good here. I think.
So in 1999, Rangers fans voted for the greatest ever XI, greatest ever 11 of Rangers players. Who was the only foreign player in that 11?
99.
So non-English and non-Scottish, I should say.
Laudrup.
Laudrup, yeah.
Yeah. Got to be in it.
It's got to be really. Who else would there be?
And
From
99
99 as well. It's that
yeah.
era. He's in
Exactly.
everyone's minds as well. Last question: who was Rangers' first ever foreign manager?
First ever. It's got to be Dick Advocate.
He smashed it.
5 out of 5.
When are you going on the chase? So we're back round to where we started. Famous Rangers gates here. Obviously you're dying to get inside. What is post-lockdown? What has post-lockdown got for the club here at Rangers and for yourself as well?
Just hopefully get the fans back in. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Football without the fans isn't a lot.
Miss it
but
so much.
Miss it big time. It gives every football fan something to look forward to as well for the weekend.
Yeah.
I think that's been a big thing for me during the lockdowns, having elite sport back, especially football, being able to look forward to something in the night time and to take your mind off everything what's going on.
It's not quite the same as when it's always on TV, you think?
Exactly. So a lot of people, a lot of football fans look forward to the weekend at the game, and they've not had that. So sooner we get that back, the better.
Yeah.
For me anyway.
And then going forward, so for your channel as well, is there any updates that you want to share with anyone? Obviously I'll put your links and stuff in the description.
Yeah mate, just carrying on what I was doing before the baby was born. Obviously the baby was born, kind of disrupted
Wee
the flow a
Connor
wee bit.
Goldson.
I was so naive, wee Connor Goldson. I was so naive, I was like, put on my Instagram story, I'll be back in a few days.
Yeah.
Like I thought, genuinely, but the way he's came and he's been brilliant.
Go check out Sharpdiv, he is in the description box below. Thanks for joining me.
Cheers mate, boom.